All right. Oh, welcome to Covert Cafe. Blackback Comedy presents Pop-Up. It's the BBC Pop-Up. You can take from that what you will. I thought it was funny. It reminded me of this old joke, sit on my lap, we'll talk about whatever pops up. I am your host for this evening. My name is Dennis Cruz. Oh, you're too kind. This is basically my birthday show with all my friends. No, just off the top, I do celebrate being born at 12:40 this evening, which is technically tomorrow. Funny story about my birth. My mother was out drinking because it was the 60s. And all of a sudden, she had a sharp pain, and she went, "It's time." They went to the hospital. It took 40 minutes for me to be born. It was like I was 7th. So I would expect it would have been like 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't have any kids, so I don't know how that works. I've not been exposed to that. But welcome to the BBC Pop-Up Show. I don't like saying that. Shut up. Laugh all you want, please. Please laugh. No, but this was put together. We got a couple of comics. We're going to do some funky stuff tonight. I mean, the comics, they pretty much got free reign to have some fun with what they're doing. I've got some stuff at the end for the comics that want to hang around and do a little round table. I got some pull out of the hat. Let's do some different types of comedy. Like there's one in there, it's an act out. You know, you're like, oh, I was smoking heavy, and then I was, and whatever. I don't know. See, that's the fun of it. I don't know. I didn't want to. When I say weird, I don't mean Trump weird. I don't mean J.D. Vance weird. We're not pulling a couch up here tonight, is what I'm saying. I know I was disappointed too. But did anybody grow up with one of those couches with cellophane all over it? The hard plastic thing that every time you sat on it, it made noise? And you were like, now I got to recreate that noise so people don't think I farted. I still do that now, and I don't even need to. Okay, I passed gas. No, I never pass a good deal on gas. It's I don't know what. See, I'm playing with stuff. I'm having fun. But this is a comedy show. There are some rules. I know, rules suck. Shut up. We got to have them, though. And we got to have retribution for when people don't follow the fucking... No, I'm just being political for a second. I'm sorry. This whole season has got me. But please turn your phones, the ringer off if you can. Turn it down if you can't. Throw it into the street and run it over if you want to. I wish I could, but that's how I make money. Cause we're in a technological age. But let's also keep the if you want to have a conversation about the comic, that's great. Go, oh, they're fucking funny. Yeah, that's awesome. But if you want to have a discussion about war and peace or why Israel and Gaza should be settled peace, do it outside. Just right out there. It's all good. Don't do it in here. I know I'm preaching to the choir. See, and that brings back memories of my childhood that I don't like. I'm saying it's terrible. See, those are the rules. If the comic addresses you, go ahead and address them back. Otherwise, any talking you're doing at the comic I'm going to consider heckling, and I'm not a fun person to deal with. Oh, I think I caught it. Wow, it's time for me to leave. Those of you that got that joke, you're old. Or you watched a lot of rerun TV like me. I'm only 37 if you count my age from the last time I died. It's fun dying. No, you should try it once. Don't ever do it again. You'll never have to recreate that experience. I just can't get enough of it. As apparently I'm on 2 going on 3, I'm sure. You know, the first time they said, oh, it's a miracle. He came back, you know. They were like, oh, it's a miracle. He came back. And the second time there was a little skepticism. You know, they were like, maybe they didn't wait long enough, you know, maybe the machines were off, you know. And the next time it happens, because there will be a next time that I come back from the dead, they're just going to go, he's just doing it for the fucking attention. And they'd be right. Okay. That didn't go the way I wanted. Shut up. I'm not telling you to shut up. You should laugh. You should clap. You should do whatever you feel you need. Well, not that, but, you know, within reason. Am I the only one that has those thoughts? Okay, cool. All right, that's good. No, there was comedy is so subjective. See, the timing on that was beautiful, right? I'm working on stuff. It's so subjective. One thing can be funny to another, you know, to one person. Like if I see, you know, a story about J.D. Vance fucking a couch, I think it's hilarious because it might have happened. I could picture that. I've watched American Pie. I mean, the unedited version, the unrated, the one where he actually does the cherry. You know, he's on that counter hardcore. I was like, ooh, he's got a nice ass. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't rating his butt. But it's crazy to me that we can have a story that happened. That story is totally made up. It's totally false. It is not in Hillbilly Elegy because I know I read that fucking book. I was so disappointed. There was one. No, I won't. I won't spread that propaganda. No, I read the book because I like, you know, opioids. That's why I was a fan. It said opioid. I'm like, I got to read this now. But J.D. Vance grew up in that community. I grew up in that community too. It wasn't a choice of mine. It was a way of life. I have done. I mean, I do a lot of drugs. I mean, I have done a lot of drugs. You know, today, anybody? Just me? I love drugs. I enjoy drugs. Drugs are fun for me. I think I do them well. I don't know. It's maybe that's a self, you know, pat on the back. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. I've done drugs. People didn't even know were drugs till I did them, you know. They were like, is that kid really into World War II model aircraft? No, Grandma. I was hitting that glue and paint really hard. I was like, I'm closing all these windows. I'm breaking those rules. That's it. Using a well-ventilated area. I'm like, I'm going to be the ventilation, baby. I knew what that word meant when I was 6. I was like, let's get high, baby. Oh, no. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that. I'm contributing to the corruption of our youth, I'm sure. I hope. God damn. If I listened to half the people that told me, hey, don't do those drugs, I would not have woken up in a train yard using my pants as a jacket. I'm sure. I get that. One time, maybe. I don't know. I'm big fan of all drugs. I do wish I could take back all the times I did heroin when I was younger. You know, you feel me on, I think you feel me on that one. Because then I'd have something to do tonight. You know, anybody help a brother out? No? See, that joke usually turns an audience off or gets me high later. We'll see how that works out. I'm kidding. If you haven't approached me yet, I'm not getting high tonight. No, I'm kidding. I've got a wonderful supply of Oxy. It's not the same. Trust me, it's different. There are differences. Oh, I don't know. I love all drugs. There are drugs I've had to give that talk to. You know, that talk that says, oh, I appreciate what you've done for me, but you'll never be inside me again. I'm just kidding. I stole that line from all my ex-wives. That's even worse. No. Oh, we're going to get, I'm going to take my drug-addled ass off of here in a second. But this is here to have fun. This is here for the comics to have some fun. This is obviously here for the audience to have fun. But comics, feel free, have some fun, play with some stuff. If you want to hang around after the show, after everybody's gone up, I want to do a little round table thing, play with some concepts. You don't have to stay, but you can, is what you can play in my sandbox, is what I'm saying. Well, you know, I get it. Your mom doesn't want you to. I get your guardian is saying that kid looks strange, but it's all safe. At least I won't hurt you. I'm just saying, if you want to hang around, that's what we're doing. But have some fun with what you're doing, play with what you're doing, or just do whatever the fuck you want. Just within limits. Don't be. So you guys are professionals. I wouldn't have you here if you weren't. See, that's what people forget. And I was gonna go, but now I gotta. No, people go, oh, you don't know. I trust my comics. Every comic I get on one of Blackback Comedy, they are a part of the Blackback Comedy family. I trust them. I know their performance. They wouldn't be here if they weren't funny. They wouldn't be here if I couldn't trust them to bring the hilarity. And what I'm asking them to do tonight, I'm asking them to step outside that envelope, to step outside that safe space, be a little dangerous. They don't have to be. They can do whatever they want. But this is an opportunity to explore. Yeah, the mushrooms have kicked in. All right.